Welcome to another edition of Biology e-lesson. During this particular e-lesson, we're going to focus on ecology. We studied that a long time ago, it seems, doesn't it? Way back in the first semester during chapters 3, 4, 5, and 6. But we do have the ECA coming up in just 3 weeks, and the states told us that approximately 25% of the test will have an ecology focus, so we thought it was certainly worth our time to revisit that particular unit. If you remember, one of the things that we talked about during those units seemed to focus on interdependence. Interdependence is a big theme in biology, and we certainly see it in the environment and within ecosystems. We see it within ourselves, as one organ system is dependent upon another one for proper functioning. We can look out into the ecosystem and we can see how different organisms depend upon one another for food. We can watch how the flow of energy moves through the ecosystems from the autotrophs to the heterotrophs. Many times, though, however, we tend to separate ourselves from those systems. We convince ourselves that humans are not a part of the Earth's systems, when in fact, just like in this picture, we are very tightly woven into the very fabric of life, into that fabric of the earth, and our actions have huge impacts on the environment. We have the ability to manipulate the environment, and at times that can be devastating, and in other ways our actions can help things flourish. One of our goals for this lesson is to try and review some of the terminology we learned during the ecology unit. Take another look at an ecosystem. Remind ourselves what a community is. How are populations related to the community? How are species related to populations? What are different levels of organization that exist? And we're going to try to apply that terminology to one particular organism, the western honeybee. And we're going to take a look at the impact that humans are having on the honeybee. Honeybees are incredibly important to the earth, to humans, because they're responsible for pollination. If you take a look at the chart shows what it's trying to show is how much of a particular crop is pollinated by honeybees. Soybeans, the percentage is fairly low because they are self-pollinators. But if you look at the almonds right here, almonds, 100% of that crop is dependent on honeybee pollination for fruit formation. And here's something I bet you didn't know. It's estimated that 1 of every 3 bites of food that you eat, you should be thanking a honeybee for it. The honeybee was needed to pollinate the plant so that the berries and the other fruits could grow. So we decided to focus this e-lesson on ecology and use this cover article from Time Magazine. Last August, Time Magazine ran an article called A World Without Bees, which focused on the plight of the honeybee. This lesson is set up just a little differently from the previous 2 e-lessons. This time you're going to be reading the article called The Plight of the Honeybee from Time Magazine, and then you're going to answer a few questions directly on Learn. You'll need to scroll down right here. Here it is. This is your e-lesson, the assessment that you're going to take as you're reading this article or after you've read the article. There's no time limit for completing the assessment. I suggest that you either print the article or you have it opened up in another window at the same time as you're trying to complete the assessment. That will allow you to move back and forth between the article and the assessment, thereby increasing your chances for success. Our office hours, the due dates, everything is right here, pretty much in the same places that it was before. It's important to note that this assessment needs to be completed online. This is an assessment that must be done online. And so I want you to make sure that you remember the library is open extra hours after school, and the Learning Center is available on Saturday for extended hours if you need online access. As always, if you're confused about something or you need assistance completing the assignment, just talk to us. Talk to your teacher, and we'll help you work through your challenges. But one more time, this is the article that you're going to read. You need to either print it or open it up inside of another window. so that while you're reading it, you can complete this e-lesson assessment. There is no time limit, but once you submit it, you do only get one submission. You can certainly work on it and walk away from it without submitting it and come back and finish it. That is definitely an option. But just remember, once you do submit it, that is your final submission for the lesson. I hope you enjoy the article. I hope it brings to mind some of the ways that humans are impacting the environment. Most definitely, accidentally. You know, it's not something we're intending to do, but it is having a big effect on this one particular species. Have a great day, and we hope this lesson works well for you.